Of course, not just the Vietnamese women, but American women carry these wounds. We had 5,000 nurses in Vietnam, and we had so many who stayed home and waited and lost loved ones. This is another one of the Vietnamese children's paintings, and this depicts the poisoning of children by Agent Orange, which stays in the DNA and is passed through the generations. Both in Vietnam and in America, in some of our veteran families, the Agent Orange disabilities visit children, grandchildren, and as far as we know, there is no end to it. Again, the Vietnamese know of and face and try to deal with these wounds and take care of their loved ones. We in America don't know how many of our veterans are like Preston Cern and his family are suffering from Agent Orange wounds and disabilities. This haiku is called "Oh, Our Nurse." It was written to one of our nurses who served in Vietnam and was not physically wounded during her time there, but only after her children were born with birth defects did she realize she was poisoned with Agent Orange. My nipples, your mouth, perfection. How could I know? My milk, your poison. This is my poem called Buddha Teaching. Some of you who study Buddhism may recognize this based on a famous parable of the Buddha. Very relevant to poetry. Buddha Teaching. Look at me, a fat, happy old man, showing the way just for you. Do not see me, but look at my finger pointing to the moon. Soft, round edges, sharp fingernail. Follow where my finger points. Climb the glittering stars like stairs through the void, and do not see the finger. Look at the moon toward which I point. Full, round, a blast of light hanging in the emptiness. And when you arrive, do not even see the moon. David asked, and we will be going to bed soon, and we both do love this poem, so I'd like to read you Lullaby, the poem that I've been greatly honored by your putting it on your peace cards and posters. It can be about a woman grieving the losses of war. It can be about a woman whose child has grown up and moved on. It can be about many, many things, and let's hope that our children and our readers will find their own meaning in it. Lullaby. Because you are far away, my son, and I am an old woman alone. I listen in my quiet hours to raindrops flicking lotus petals. In this way, though you are gone, the patter of your tiny feet fills my empty home. This poem is 2 weeks old, called Floating. I float in the warm waters of the Thubon River beneath a dark sky studded with stars. The Creator has poked holes in a black blanket with a knitting needle made of pure fire to show us there is another world beyond this prison. And one last image from the Vietnamese children. Their children and our children in joyous celebration, their flag and our flag flying together from one flagpole. We stand on sacred ground here on Kent State. It's been 40 years, and we've all been in a desert, crossing the desert and trying to get to a promised land. This image, our love of each other, our service to our veterans who served us with such love and devotion and sacrifice, leads us the way to the promised land. And here at Kent, tending your children, making friends between American and Vietnamese children, bringing their art and people here, sending our art and people and poetry there. And making this place a beacon for veterans. We can truly unite what war has sundered and perhaps begin to enter that promised land, keep bringing healing and make peace, heal our war wounds so that the peace we make can truly be deep and lasting and eternal, and we can give up the right gifts to our children.